So what the people don't know is that you and I are doing a hostile takeover of the final, and it's undergoing a rebrand to the Josh and Corben show.
I like it.
You know, I have the company hasn't yet been informed, but we're informing the audience now that the final is no more.
Yeah.
You know, I think you and I,
New name,
the new duo. We got to rebrand, new colors,
new name loading,
new logo. Yeah, what would be the best name for a duo podcast between the two youngest people I can see?
Okay, so one name that I was thinking of was Director's Cut.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Like I felt like that's like a fire name.
That is fire. That's fire. I was thinking marketing map. Oh wait, that's already something we're doing.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, you know, rebrand though. I think it's time for a new generation of filmmakers and marketers to rise up above. Oh wait, are we recording?
Right. Welcome to the final podcast, which actually might be the final time we say that it's the final podcast.
Could be. You know, if we go for the rebrand, who knows? But for now, we're the final podcast. I'm Corben.
I'm Josh.
And we're gonna get rolling in this thing.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's just the two of us today. We've never done a duo podcast before.
I'm looking forward to it. No disrespect to the, you know.
It's going to be a little different, but, you know, we're the stars of the show, Josh.
You know, I don't want to be that narcissistic.
You gotta have it in you somewhere, just a little bit. I know you explained when you were wanting to become a filmmaker, it was because you wanted to make movies about yourself. So we know you have a little bit of narcissism in there somewhere. Throwback to like 3 episodes ago. If you want to watch, Josh explains his story about becoming a filmmaker, and it did have to do with that. So
yeah, I
don't
guess.
Lie.
Okay.
As you know, we are Consume Media.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get into some stuff today.
Absolutely. So I guess we just starting with new, you know, just project updates, all that fun stuff. What's been going on in the world of Consume? You know, we've been shooting just like, I don't want to say basics, but like it's been pretty standard.
Back to the basics. The basics.
There we go. We got some new stuff coming up though. We're about to be shooting.
We got some cool stuff coming up.
We're about to be shooting our next ad with GFB.
Yeah. What's the premise? Are they allowed to know that? Or are we? Is it Lucky again?
It is another Lucky ad. It's another Lucky ad. If you guys haven't
seen the Lucky commercial, go watch it.
I'm not about to get any further into it, but it's another Lucky ad coming at you. So be on the lookout for another cute dog. Another. It's the same. But
not the same as the first time.
We don't need to rat out the company like that.
No, it's okay. Yeah. It's all the same dog. He's cute, and we love dogs. No, it's cool. We're excited about that. Been working on some cool stuff from the marketing side too, but really sad the interns are gone now.
I know.
You know, last time we were here with y'all, the interns ran the show. They asked us some outrageous questions. Titus, Leah, and Chloe, they were a good time, but they're back at school now, and so we're having to move on in life without them. You know, it's so challenging. It's so hard, you know, not having someone to fetch you a coffee every so often.
No, I was gonna say I'm good without them. Love you guys.
No, I was just playing. It was fun having them around, but
they're the best.
You know, we move on, and marketing continues.
Oh yeah,
production continues.
Yes, sir.
And that's not the only thing that's new, though.
Yes.
We have a new team member.
Yes, we do. We have a new team member by the name of Lydia.
Lydia what? If you guys don't know Lydia, her last name is Rosenberg. And if that last name seems familiar, well, you know why. It's Michael's wife. She's awesome.
Yes, she is.
She is our new head of sales. She's been crushing it so far.
Absolutely.
Love having her on the team.
Yes.
And hope to get her on an episode soon.
Yes.
They just went out of town today.
Yeah.
So.
And also very thankful that Lydia has like upped the overall snack game of The Office.
True. Yeah,
Like,
they stay stocked now.
No, it's like Lydia keeping shit together. I love it.
Chips, bars, drinks. What's your favorite thing though?
My favorite like snack in The Office?
Yeah.
Or the
like
garden salsa sun chips.
Those are solid.
For sure. I know I got a bag of like Famous Amos cookies.
Oh, what?
That I'll probably
There's
break
cookies? I didn't even see cookies.
I think it was the last bag.
Well, tickle me pink. Or however they say. No, that's awesome. Just pink background when I said that. I gotta go with the Cape Cod chips. Those are solid.
Yeah, no, the Cape Cod chips are fire too.
And
I was about to say those as well.
The sparkling water's staying stock too.
Yeah,
But stop buying the grapefruit. No one likes grapefruit.
Whoa. I love the grapefruit.
Are you kidding?
I am dead ass serious. The grapefruit is amazing.
It's probably like on the bottom tier of flavors.
No. The grapefruit is the best. I love it. It's like tangy, but like not too tangy.
Okay.
And like,
okay. I'll get behind it.
I
go with
fire.
any of the lime ones. Like that cucumber lime one is really good. Have you had
I
that?
don't like cucumber.
But it's like, it's not that much of a flavor. It's just like an additional little dash of flavor. Cucumber is mostly water.
Exactly.
Anyways.
I don't like the taste of cucumber.
Do you like cilantro?
I love cilantro.
But that's also like just like a barely flavored green thing.
Yeah, but it's like a different kind of flavor. Like cucumber is like straight water. And I'm just like, it's like a water vegetable.
But watermelon's a water fruit, and we all love watermelon.
Yeah, but watermelon is also sweet, and it has its own flavor. Like, it's not... Like, cucumber doesn't have its own flavor. It's like a vegetable, but then it's like...
it's like... form. Water in the form of vegetable.
Exactly. Okay. Like, be your own fucking thing. Okay? Like, not to shit talk cucumbers, but like, dude, like, come on. Have some personality.
Just basic vegetable. You have nothing to live for.
Okay. That's why zucchini squash is the better.
Oh, zucchini is solid, though.
Yeah.
Because it's its own thing.
Exactly. It has personality.
But they look the same on the outside.
That's why you can't judge a book by its cover.
Can't judge a book by its cover. Got it. Notes taken.
Speaking of, because, like, at first, I didn't want to see it just because I kind of wanted to wait and see what the reviews would be. Because I wasn't sure of, like, what kind of movie it would be.
Mm-hmm.
But I did eventually get around to seeing Barbie. I already have seen Oppenheimer.
Obviously. We've all seen Oppenheimer, right?
But Barbie's like the greatest movie ever.
Top movie of the summer?
Like, it is, like... Not, I'm saying this like, hyperbolically, but like there was literally like I was in the theater watching that movie and I was like, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen.
That's dope.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was the best.
It's made for adults, right? It's not like, some people, like, speaking of judging a book by its cover, might think like, oh, well, either it's like a kid's movie or like, some people think some of the themes are a little too prevalent, but generally it's just like a fun film, right? It's not.
No, like it's a very fun film, and then just like, I mean, I love like the messaging of it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I thought that it was brilliantly done. I mean, Greta Gerwig's like a beast in terms of like directing and writing. Like she is, up there as like part of the pinnacle. So for me personally. I feel like
I still haven't seen it. I got to get around to it.
Stop fucking sleeping, man.
I'm more of like one movie a month type of person, and I know so many people are into the double feature of Barbenheimer.
No, you can't. Don't. No, you should see them separately.
You can see them on different occasions.
You should see them on different occasions.
They're two totally different movies.
Like if I had seen Barbie on the same day that I saw Oppenheimer, it would have been really off because like
you think tainted the experience of one or the other.
Because like I mean like Barbie was very much like it had some very real real shit in there, and there was a lot of stuff that was like just takes on society. I'm just like, damn, like that's fucked up. But also at the same time, like the general tone of the entire movie, it was a lot more fun and lighthearted, like in general.
Yeah.
While still having that very real, like those very real themes and plot lines throughout it. Whereas Oppenheimer was really just like, yo, like I'm depressed because like our country is awful.
Yeah. I mean,
so, yeah.
It's crazy though. Like both movies, you think like summer blockbusters haven't been super popular since COVID. You know, movies were out for a while, out of commission. But now this is like the first summer where like a lot of stuff released that people actually wanted to see.
I mean, I feel like last year, because like Top Gun went crazy.
That's true.
What's the dude who think he invented sliced bread? James Cameron. Yeah.
Avatar.
Yeah.
I never even saw Avatar.
I didn't see it either, but I remember Avatar 2 doing pretty good as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been like plenty of blockbusters last year that came out.
I think it's just cool, like when you look at both the casts of Barbie and Oppenheimer, like star-studded, like through and through. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Oppenheimer for sure. Literally. Every single person was like recognizable.
Yeah, I to this day still don't know what the fuck Nolan was doing when he casted Josh Peck. No disrespect.
That Josh Peck
got
to drop the test nuke.
Like, yeah.
It was crazy.
Dude,
like Drake and Josh.
You know, because there was that moment in the film when he was like, yo, something's not right. And like in my head, I'm just like, Megan.
It was her.
But like
she was behind it.
Yeah, I will say like I was not the biggest fan of that casting because it felt very out of place.
Well, maybe he's trying to grow his professional career, you know?
I mean, I get that.
He was in Drake and Josh. That's what he's known for. Then he moved to like Vine and the social media world where he was still kind of big.
I get that, but he also like seemed like it felt to me like he was playing Josh. So like I was just like, yo, like what's happening here?
Fair. But everyone else was great.
Oh yeah, no. Everyone else was great. Who was your favorite character?
Einstein.
Was it really?
No, but he actually did look like Einstein, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. RDJ as Strauss was pretty good. Pretty good. Or Strauss, I suppose.
Yeah. I was a Kitty fan.
Oh, yeah.
Emily Blunt
was solid.
Emily Blunt, in my opinion, she was the best. She had the best performance in that movie. I thought Cillian Murphy was really, really good. I love Robert Downey Jr.
I know you talked about that part where she finally pops off in the interviews, and it's like for a second it seems like she's gonna just go with it, fold, and then boom, she just pops.
Yeah, no, she had to
defend my husband.
No,
I ain't letting him go down like that.
I mean, like between like the actual like real relationship that was portrayed between Oppenheimer and Kitty, like I felt like Kitty 100% drove the vehicle and was just like constantly on that man's ass. Like, yo, like you need to stand up for yourself because it's like what they're doing ain't right.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like all this other stuff and like, you know that you're right. You know that they're wrong. Like, and what's going on like with the country and all that other stuff.
That's a good wife right there.
Yeah.
That's a great wife right there. Even after he cheated on her.
I know.
And she was still behind him.
I was just about to say, no one in that movie was redeemable, I felt like. Everyone in that movie was like, yo, you were a bad person.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single person in there. I was like, yeah, that's a redeemable guy.
You know, they all played a hand in it, but
everyone got their hands dirty there. That was a fun one. But
generally the film was great. And both films crushed it.
You need to see Barbie.
I will still see Barbie
because that movie, phenomenal. Like I cannot say it enough. It's a 10 out of 10. I give it 100%. I enjoyed watching the movie more than I enjoyed watching Oppenheimer. Not saying that it's better, but like I just had more fun watching Barbie, and I feel like that was also just the intention of it.
Mm-hmm. So. I'd say so. Speaking of star-studded casts, we're not flowing into what we were originally gonna go into, which would have been a Mount Rushmore of actors and actresses.
Yeah,
top 4 ever. How do you come up with a top 4 ever?
I mean, you can, but like I just feel like everyone has an opinion, and I don't.
And everyone's opinion's different, but I
don't want to get called out for that.
Why don't we just talk about our favorites, favorite actors / and or actresses? Doesn't have to be from this era, and doesn't have to mean we think they're the best ever. But if it's just someone that you think is like generally great, or you just like what they do, the work that they're in, it doesn't even have to be that they're that good. If you just enjoy the films they're in too, because mine, I wouldn't say he's the best actor ever. But if I had a Mount Rushmore, his face would be all 4 faces. He's small but mighty.
Oh,
it's gosh. My man. 5'4". I'm just kidding. I think he's 5'6".
He's 5'6".
Tom Cruise, the stunt man himself.
So hold on. You're saying he would be there 4 times. So I need to know what 4 roles of Tom Cruise goes on your Mount Rushmore.
All right. 1, Top Gun, original Top Gun.
Never
Tom
seen
Cruise.
it.
Top Gun 2, Tom Cruise.
Oh my God, no, that doesn't count. That does not count.
Top Gun 2, Tom Cruise.
No, that's the same role. You can't do that shit.
Mission Impossible, Ethan Hunt, easy.
Okay, so that's 2 right there.
Okay. What else is he in? I don't know. I just know him as a stuntman.
So all 4 faces. You only name 2
2
roles.
Mission Impossible faces and 2
Mission Impossible faces
and 2 Top Gun faces.
That's it. Just straight Tom Cruise.
No, I mean, in an era where like there is so much. Oh, Edge of Tomorrow. I will say Edge of Tomorrow was also a solid film that I liked him in, which also had Emily Blunt. Speaking of her being awesome.
Oh God!
But Tom Cruise, in a generation of like so much CG, it's so sick to see someone do like mostly all practical stunts.
Oh yeah.
Like his stuff in the newest Mission Impossible was just absolutely insane, especially for a man of his age. Like riding a freaking dirt bike off a cliff into a parachute dive in real life is nuts. He's like real life Evel Knievel.
Wait, so hold on. Before I get into like my actors that I want to start listing off, just stunt man, just versus Tom Cruise or Jackie Chan. Oh, I'm going Jackie.
Jackie Chan's just a freaking classic.
I'm going Jackie. Like, I gotta go Jackie. Like Rush Hour 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time.
No, Jackie Chan is sick, and we grew up on him. Like he was still very much in his prime, I think, when we were like kids, and so like a lot of stuff that he was in growing up. Damn. I think I'd still go Tom Cruise though, personally.
This guy.
I know Jackie Chan as a stuntman though. Tom Cruise's stunts are still way more insane. Like I like Jackie's like fight choreography and stuff. I definitely think like as someone in like the martial arts realm, he's super solid.
'Cause that's part of this, like the stunts though. And I feel like when it comes to like that type of shit, Tom Cruise can't hold a candle.
No, not a chance. But the big stunts, like the things that make you go like, holy shit, he actually did that.
Yeah, like when he was
life.
like holding on to the plane and all that shit. Yeah.
That's like, to me, that tops it. I think you could go through like a bunch of people though, like where it's like Tom Cruise or this person, Tom Cruise or this person. Because like there was like that era of just like action stars, like Sylvester Stallone, in Rambo, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Predator. Like they were popping off with just like insane, meninism. We don't believe in that, but action stars. It's just like action stars. Even Arnold Schwarzenegger in his Christmas movie, What's that movie called?
His Christmas movie.
Jingle All the Way.
I have never seen
He's a superhero. He's insane.
I've never
He's a
seen
real life
that.
superhero. Yeah.
I'd also throw like Bruce Willis in that category.
Bruce Willis. Yeah.
With like the Die Hards, even though I've never seen those movies either.
Oh my God. I only saw Die Hard for the first time like last year, I think. And it was solid.
I find it wild that like I haven't like all these like action movies like that. I just have not seen them.
It's
like Rambo. I've never seen the original Rockies.
What? No way.
No, like yeah.
That's okay. You know, it's for different people. It's not the most cinematic thing ever.
But I mean, I don't have to watch cinematic movies. I just never. I don't know. It's
not for the story either. It's literally like if you like explosions and guns and dudes being bros.
Yeah, I can see why I don't really watch.
You know that? Have you ever seen that meme? It's like I guess not a meme. It is a meme. It's like in Predator when Arnold Schwarzenegger meets what's his name? He plays Apollo Creed in Rocky.
Oh, like in the original Rocky?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that man's name.
He's very famous.
Also, to your comment about like
Carl Weathers.
Oh, yeah.
They're like and their hands meet, and it's just their hands meeting like that.
What is this?
And just dapping each other up. It's in Predator when they meet for the first time at the bar. Titus, put that in there with the meme.
So we gotta do this over.
Yeah, they're like,
they're just like,
and it's like the most powerful moment.
There we go. Meme that shit, Titus.
No, but yeah, action stars are the shit. That's for me. So what about you? Who's got some real acting prowess?
Okay, in terms of actors, I mean, I gotta go Denzel. Like, I mean, Training Day is like, that's my, like, King Kong ain't got shit on me. But have you playing pickup in Pelican Bay? Like, like that was
Equalizer.
Oh yeah, Equalizer really good. Malcolm X, fucking American Gangster. Like, I mean, it just goes on and on and on with Denzel. Like, there's just so many good movies. Viola Davis. Like, every single time I see her in a movie, she is like just the biggest force on screen.
Yeah. What's her range? I haven't seen her other than like being like super powerful, like angry, I'm in charge. Like Suicide Squad, she's just like
okay, so
slamming it.
One of my favorite roles, my favorite role from her was Denzel directed this movie some time ago, like a couple years back. I think it was like, I can't remember the exact year, but he directed this movie some time ago called Fences.
Mm-hmm.
And he was married to Viola in the film. And like, that hands down, like, for sure is, I personally think it's like her best role. Of the stuff that I've seen from her, like, she was so good. I typically don't cry in movies, but like, if a movie, like, for me, what I consider a cry during a movie is like if I shed a tear.
A single tear.
Yeah, no, like, it's typically like
I love a good crying movie. Honestly, I'm an emotional person.
No, like, I'm not even trying to make it seem like I'm not emotional. It's just more of like, movies typically, I'm not the type of like movie watch where I will just like full on tears.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I will be sitting there, I'm just like, damn, my eyes start watering.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just sniffling and shit. Like, oh yeah, no, like, there's been several movies that have had me sniffling for like a solid 30 fucking minutes. And like, you get the single stream and like,
yeah, it's just going down. What happened, Josh? What happened? My life's been changed.
So yeah, Viola Davis for sure. How could I not mention Leo? I think Leo is phenomenal. I love a lot of the movies that he's in. I mean, I could go on all day when it comes to actors and actresses.
There's so many times, like, a lot of his movies that he missed out on, like, Oscars that you felt like he should have deserved one.
I think about that, but then, like, I look at some of these movies and I'm like, hold on. Are we talking about movies that he turned down? Or Are we talking about movies that like he was in and it's like, oh, he should have won the Oscar for that?
That second choice.
Okay. I mean, it's interesting because like we say that, but then like when I look back at the category and like the people that he was going up against, it was like it's tough because like I get it, like he did deliver like a phenomenal performance, but like
he finally got Best Actor for Revenant, and Revenant was freaking solid.
I think it was 2014, and if he lost in 2014, I'm not mad at this. Yeah. No, he lost to Matthew McConaughey
In
Dallas Buyers Club. Yeah, that's another actor that I want to throw out there because I absolutely love every single, like he is the coolest. He just always, like his aura is just like, he's just that cool guy. And like, yeah, no, he's definitely one of those because like, I mean, have you ever seen True Detective?
I've seen some of it.
Season 1 of True Detective. That whole season is like just incredible. I'm pretty sure he won an award for that one as well. Both him and Woody Harrelson were like going back and forth. But I throw him in there. There's another actor. He works with like my favorite director, Bong Joon-ho. I want to say his name, but I am 100% going to say it wrong.
Let's see if you shank it.
It's Song Kang-ho. He was the dad in Parasite, but then he also has like him and Bong, like they do a lot of stuff together. And I've seen him in like other films and projects and stuff like that, and like they always just do a phenomenal job. So he's definitely another one out there. I could literally go on all day. So I feel like we should transition because
there's some things coming up in the world.
One of the most exciting things and exciting times of the year. It's fall. And you know what fall means? Bum 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 da dum da dum bum 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 bum. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. It's football season.
It's football season, baby. We're here. We finally made it. We endured the hot summer. And we're going into a hot fall. Still 90 degrees this week. But football brings us joy, and the joy will get us through the heat.
Oh yeah. No, I'm super excited. Football season's coming back. Fantasy football. The Consume Fantasy Football League is coming back.
Heck yeah.
I'm coming in hot and bothered. I did not like the way that I went out last year.
Me neither, man. My team was plagued.
I was plagued on the wrong week. And it was just that one week where my guys were out. And so I ended up losing, and I was screwed. But the thing was, had I beaten Lawson, or no, I think I either lost to Lawson or I lost to Leo, but had I won my first round matchup,
you scored more points the next couple weeks that you would have.
I would have
outscored the people that were.
I would have won the championship.
Yeah. Well, that's how the cookie crumbles in the playoffs. One and done. Get eliminated sometimes.
I know.
It's tough, but
it's just bothersome for me because I still have yet to win a fantasy football championship.
In your whole life.
I've won fantasy basketball. I went back-to-back in fantasy basketball. I washed my fantasy basketball league. Like, if y'all ever want to do fantasy basketball, it's over for y'all. Like, that is...
There's too many players to keep track of in there,
I pay too much I pay too much attention to basketball, and it's just like also just like it's a wrap. I got that one down to the science.
I mean, last year ended poorly for both of us in fantasy football.
I wouldn't say poorly. I think it ended in a disappointing fashion. Cause like for me, my season was going exactly how I wanted it and how I planned for it to go because I was just like, I don't care what my team looks like the first 7 weeks of the season. And so when I drafted last year, I drafted with the sole intent of trading players for the pieces that I originally wanted. So like,
it's an interesting strategy.
Yeah. So like, I flipped Derrick Henry for like Devontae Adams. I flipped Rashad Penny early for Jalen Waddle, so that that value didn't come through. Then like I had a completely different roster. Like 80% of my roster was like brand new by like week 8. And then once I got it to where I wanted it, I was one of the top scorers in the league and all that.
Yeah.
And then it was just had that one unlucky week. And the rest is history.
Rest is history. Now that we're back from our our advertising break, shout out to Leo for his win last season.
Yes, Leo is currently the reigning champion.
He's the reigning champion, but it's a new season and we start anew, fresh beginnings.
Yes.
And with that, I think we're not going to talk draft strategy or anything, but how about we hash out some of our favorite early round and late round players that we may or may not be drafting.
Yes. Do you want to go first, or?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I hope it's not the same as yours.
Okay.
So I'll tell you my early round person and why, and then you can tell me yours, and we'll see. For me, in about round 2, that's where his ADP is right now. I don't know what his actual ADP is, but it is somewhere in round 2. It's going to be wide receiver Garrett Wilson. Safe?
Okay.
Safe one?
Safe.
Safe. I'm just like really feeling his connection with Aaron Rodgers is going to be insane.
Okay.
He already had a good rookie year with like a shit quarterback.
Okay.
And I think the skill and like experience that Aaron Rodgers brings to the Jets could put Garrett Wilson up there in like the top 6 wide receivers by the end of the year. And so I'm trusting that connection is going to be good. He wouldn't be my first choice, obviously not first round.
Yeah.
I think you can get him about mid to late round in the second.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's there, and that's where I don't know what my draft position is right now, but right now that is a player that I would maybe slightly reach for in the second round to grab.
No, so my early reach is also a receiver. And this also will give you a hint at who I'm looking at drafting for my QB. Calvin fucking Ridley.
Oh, yeah. No, that's solid.
Like, man.
I've been thinking Calvin Ridley, too. He's good.
Like, since last year, honestly, I was like, yeah. Because I may or may not be in the camp that thinks that Trevor Lawrence is going to have an MVP year.
Oh, I think he's great. I think even last year he was really good. But obviously his wide receiver core is not the best. And
it just wasn't complete. That was really like they have a strong number 2. Christian Kirk is a great slot receiver. You got ETN and their other kid coming out the backfield. They just needed that. They just needed that one wide receiver one, and I think
no. When I saw the Calvin Ridley trade happen, well, when was that? Was that
last
early?
year? It was mid-season last year at the trade deadline.
I was like, he is going to be solid in fantasy next year.
Yeah. So that is 100%. I will.
Would you reach into the second for him though? Because he is going like usually third, fourth round.
I would reach because no, I really think he's gonna put up stupid numbers.
It's certainly possible.
So but it also depends on like the draft that you're in. So like if you're in a 12-team league, I would reach for him with your second pick. Because like I would reach for him with your second pick if you took like
someone. I'd say if you have an early first.
If you have an early first,
then that means you'd be on the back half of the second.
If you're
I
like
wouldn't take him early second.
Yeah, if you're picking in the back half of the second, I would reach for Calvin Ridley, because I really, really think he is going to be in that Stephon Diggs category.
Mm-hmm. Like you go to a new team and then you just pop off.
Yeah. Like I really think he's gonna be in there. So I really think that he's gonna be really good. A late rounder.
Yeah, who's you go first on the late rounder. I have another wide receiver in mind.
So do I.
So hopefully.
So do I. He is hometown team.
Okay.
Not here, but
New York.
New York.
Somewhere in New York.
Jalen Hyatt.
That's
Jalen Hyatt. I think I've heard a lot about him. I've heard that he's going to be really, really good. He's stupid fucking fast.
Yeah, no, he was crazy at Tennessee.
Yeah, that was the thing. He was amazing at Tennessee. I think Brian Daboll.
Georgia shut him down. Just saying.
Brian Daboll, well, also Hendon Hooker wasn't healthy.
I know, but
it's kind of hard when you're playing with a backup quarterback. So.
Wait, I'm pretty sure.
Hendon did not play. Or
against Georgia? Yeah, he did.
Wasn't that the game that he tore his knee up?
No, I think it was the next game.
Oh, okay. So then never mind. Whatever.
No, he was healthy. It wasn't Joe Milton that played against us.
But, yeah, I think that Jalen Hyatt is going to be really, really impactful. Not, like, stupidly impactful, but, like, for a low-round pick, that's a good steal.
Yeah, plus the Giants don't have, like, a ton of elite receivers anyway, so it's like their share of like touches is probably pretty evenly distributed.
Obviously you got Saquon coming out the backfield. He's going to catch some passes. They traded for Darren Waller.
Yeah.
And
like
Daniel Jones is really good at working inside the numbers. And so like the combination of Barkley and Waller is really going to centralize that focus there. And they still don't have an outside threat. And I feel like that's where Jalen Hyatt is going to come in with those big plays. So he is a good, I feel like, wide receiver 3 flex option. But I'm trying to think of if there's anybody else I was looking at that could potentially. I have like a whole list of
I've been keeping track.
Options A, B, and C for my draft. I'm fully prepared this year. I'm coming for it all. Who's your late rounder?
Late round. I don't know how far he's going down. I'd probably say he's at least past like round 8. I'm pretty sure. For me is also rookie wide receiver. We believe in taking the rookie wide receivers as bench players. You get your solid starting core, and then like some people want to fill in with like backups that they think can actually do something. But for me, I love in the draft getting the players with potential, even if they've literally shown nothing. And that definitely goes for rookies because you're like, this rookie has a chance to pop off.
Yeah.
For me, I'm looking at a receiver. He is potentially the number 2 receiver on his team in a pretty pass-heavy offense.
I think I might know who you're going with.
This team is purple. And that would be Mr. Jordan Addison on the Vikings.
Ooh.
Obviously, Justin Jefferson.
When you said purple, I thought you were going Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers is also up there. But
I feel like Zay Flowers, honestly, is going to go mid-round. There's so much hype coming out of Ravens camp about Zay Flowers. I've heard way too many people rave about him.
Another team without a ton of good receivers. I guess they have OBJ now.
They have a deep... Because you got Rashad Bateman, you got OBJ, you got.
But none of those guys. Rashad Bateman was a bust last year. I didn't draft
him. Really.
Yeah. But yeah, I like Zay Flowers. I think I like Jordan Addison. Now that Adam Thielen's gone.
Yeah.
Obviously, Justin Jefferson gets the majority of the touches.
That's a
offense.
solid pickup.
And I think Hawkinson's on the Vikings.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So Hawkinson's probably pretty good as a tight end.
Yeah, that's another good mid-round.
But I don't really like the Vikings 3. I think that would be KJ Osborne. And so I think Addison could do some damage.
Yeah.
Obviously you can't give every single ball to Jefferson, so someone's got to get the ball.
Exactly.
And now that they don't have Dalvin,
do you think that Jefferson is going to explode like he did last year in his rookie year? Or do you think he takes a step back in this, like in the 1,400, 1,500 range?
I don't know. I mean,
because like
it's hard to keep that consistency year over year. There's only some receivers that have really shown that like they can do that multiple years in a row. I think it's certainly possible. He's that good.
I definitely think it's possible. I think the thing I'm looking at is also just like I feel like last year the reason why was they got Hawkinson at the trade deadline, and Adam Thielen. Look, love Adam Thielen. For years was a very, very, very good wide receiver in this league.
Yeah,
he's done.
Yeah.
So like it not necessarily like he can still play, but like his days of being a solid wide receiver 1, an elite wide receiver 2, that's not there anymore.
Yeah, no. Especially in Carolina. I mean, I don't know what he's gonna do.
But then like even last year when he was in Minnesota, he only had he barely had over 600 yards.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. I mean, I think it would be great for Kirk to have the ability to really just spread the ball out some more.
I feel like
but Kirk's also just mid, and I feel like him passing to Jefferson so much is like literally a safety blanket. It's like, oh, if I throw it up, he's probably gonna catch it.
I mean, but I feel like that's why they drafted Addison, because I feel like they're trying to get out of that, which is why I'm curious to see if Jefferson is gonna put up the same caliber of numbers.
Yeah, no, for sure. But that's Addison's probably someone that's going a little later that I would consider drafting.
Now, some other players that I'm curious about to see where they get drafted. Jahmyr Gibbs.
He's going like second, third.
That's what I'm very curious because like
obviously Bijan round 1. People believe in that.
Bijan might go number 1.
I don't know about that. That would be crazy.
I've seen people reach.
I think that's a reach.
I've seen people reach. Because I feel like a lot of people expect him to have like a historic rookie year. So like that's where the reach comes in.
I'd take him at like 7.
Yeah. I'd take him mid first.
Jahmyr could be good though. I mean, that Lions backfield got cleared out. Swift's gone.
Look,
Montgomery's in. Jamal Williams gone. Yeah. So it's like, you got your rookie running back. I mean, you don't draft a running back for nothing.
I've seen some Jahmyr Gibbs camp footage, and he looks like he has special athletic qualities.
Yeah, no.
So like I definitely was like looking at him. I was like, I'm very curious to see where he can go and how high people will reach for him, because I wouldn't reach for him in the first. But I could envision, like I have a league with some friends from like high school and whatnot. A lot of them are Bama fans. I could see Jahmyr Gibbs getting snatched up in the first round in that league. I very much
reaching. That's
I
some reaching
very much
going
believe
on.
that it could happen, but I'm also very excited for that league because I look. I'm in 3 leagues this year. I'm in a family league. I also need to wreak havoc in that league because last year was horrible for me. I missed the first 3 rounds of that draft, so I got auto drafted, and
no, that's funny.
Like it drafted me Alvin Kamara, Keenan Allen, and George Kittle. Okay,
that's tough.
Auto
draft sucks.
Like the first 6 weeks of my season, my top 5 picks didn't play. I didn't win a game until like week 9.
That's insane.
I avoided the last place finish, but like I'm so pissed off at that draft and just how that league went. And so like I am 100% like hell bent. This is like the year of my revenge in all my fantasy leagues. I need to win. I was also really mad at the high school league that I had. That one also bothered me.
Well, better luck this year, and better luck to all you fantasy football players out there. We hope you get your championships, and we hope you do not get your punishments if you're in a league that punishes the last place person. You heard any of one of my buddies' leagues? They had this really it was a really good punishment if they had the money to actually execute it. Originally, the plan was for the loser to get shipped off to anywhere in the country, just a random place of the rest of the league's choosing. And originally, they were going to send this guy to that shoe Airbnb in Idaho, just in the middle of Idaho. It's like a shoe house. It looks like a house. It's shaped like a shoe.
Oh, anywhere in the country or anywhere?
Anywhere in the country.
I was about to say, you can't be sending people anywhere in the world.
No, yeah. So they were going to send him to Idaho, just like a random tiny place.
And how long did he have to stay there?
I think just like a night, but they decided, we're not going to fly this guy out and keep him in Airbnb. That's kind of a reward. That's not a punishment, in my opinion. But they're sending him to Dothan, Alabama. And for anyone that knows Dothan,
I don't go to Alabama.
It's basically a place that you get pulled over when you're trying to go have fun at the beach on your way down to the beach.
Yeah, I just don't.
And it's not a place where you want to get pulled over for reasons, but he's going to have to go stay there, and that sucks for him. So hopefully nobody has too bad of a punishment. But, we don't do punishments in the Consume Media League because we're not mean.
Yeah.
We're nice people here.
Not going to do that there.
Really, the reward last year was office pride, but I think we're going to have to come up with something tangible this year.
Oh, I'm here for it. Even if we get like a trophy or something.
Or like a gift card to Dunkin'.
That is also like we could talk about this. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Did you see this ant? There is an ant back here that's been moving around this set the entire time. He's a tiny little black ant. He's right behind me somewhere.
Yeah. No, he's like on the...
Obviously, I don't think the camera can punch in on that. But his name's Aunt Deanne.
Okay, so my mom's name is Deanne. So it sounded like you said Aunt Deanne because that's what my cousins call my mom.
Well, that makes sense. There's your mom. Josh is really an ant. A-N-T.
Yeah, I'm on some Men in Black shit.
Yeah, he's disguised. We're going to zap you guys with our little ray guns. All right, you forgot anything just happened.
But
Men in Black.
But yeah, that's our fantasy football recap. That's
preview.
And
that's all we've got for today. We're excited to be running this duo show here. Maybe we'll be having some guests on now and again.
Gonna make this fun.
Usually there's 4 chairs here. But from now on, everyone is just a guest, and we're the hosts. And this is the Josh and Corben Show. It was nice having you here. If you don't follow us,
that's what we're calling it? We're calling it the Josh and Corben Show?
Well, it needs some workshopping. If you have a suggestion for a name, drop it in the comments on YouTube.
Slide in the DMs.
On Instagram, DM us. Obviously, if you're listening on Spotify, you can't comment, so head over to our socials. Leave a comment. Let us know what you want the show to be called going forward. We'll do some rebranding. It's time.
Yes.
It's just time.
Yes.
That's it from me.
That's all I got. To my coworkers and to everybody else that I'm in fantasy leagues with, no. Count your days.
Count your days.
Count your
You
days.
heard it here first.
Okay.
Peace.